Okay, today we're working on my 99 Dodge 1500 4x4, and we are going to change out the tie rod ends. I've already made sure all the parts are correct from underneath, and I'm also going to change out the steering dampener. Okay, here's all the parts that we're going to be working with today. This is the passenger side. That is going to the driver's side. This connects to the pitman arm. And this is the steering dampener. And I also got the adjustment sleeves to put them all together. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is take off this steering dampener. And it is a 18mm socket for both of these. Right here and here. And we're going to take those off now. Just a quick tip. The steering dampener you can hold on to two spots on the bolt. One's a 18mm and the other is a 15mm to knock off the two bolts. Alright, next we're going to take out this stabilizer bracket, and I'm using a 1/2-inch socket to knock off these 4 bolts right here. And that's what we're doing next. Alright, I took off the bracket and stuck it on the new bar. And I already put the screws on it a little bit to keep them loose so I can adjust it how I need to. And now we're going to move on to taking off the tie rods. Alright, next we're going to take off the cotter pins for the pitman arm. And then we're going to take off the nut, which is a 21mm. And we're going to do that next. Okay, well, this nut right here was too tight, so we had to take the tires off on both sides. We jacked it up and we chalked the tires in the back. Now, once again, take the cotter pin out again, and this one's going to be a 7/8 socket to get this one off. And that's what we're doing next. Again, take the cotter pin off, use the 7/8 socket again, and on the other side I loosened this up and left it on. I don't think it would have fell down, but the tire moved, so I just left it on there to break this one loose also. So let's take them off and let's go from there. And just to knock them out, you just hit right here with the hammer and they should pop right on down. I mean, just like that. And now we gotta get to the middle one too. That's all it takes. Alright, after hammering this thing up a little bit, it finally popped loose, but I rounded the bottom out a little bit. So I'm gonna have to take I'm gonna have to cut the bolt. I'm gonna have to take a grinder to it. So let's get to that now. Here we go. Almost made it through. And success! Success! There's that one. Ah. And it is off. let's drag him over here. And lay him up over this one. Alright. Big improvement. Now that we have everything off, I want to get as close as it was to the adjuster sleeves to the original by measuring. I mean, I'm not going to be worried too much about it, because as soon as I put this one on, I'm running up the road, which is about 1.5 miles, to get this thing aligned up. So I'm not too worried about this. But if you guys are already got alignment, you can measure, count threads to get pretty much exactly back to what you had it. But I would still recommend getting alignment after you're done doing this. Alright, let's put it back on. Okay, once you're done, tighten up the adjustment sleeves for both sides. You torque down this to 40 foot-pounds. Make sure you put your cotter pins in. And next after that, we got to put the steering dampener on, and we're pretty much done. Okay, we already got them torqued down, cotter pins in, tires back in. The last thing to do is put the dampener on, and we'll be good. Alright, I tightened all 4 bolts on the dampener bracket, tightened the 2 bolts on the dampener itself, and that's all she wrote. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like the video. You guys have a good one.